I'm a big Xbox fan, and I don't think I should apologize for that. I don't think that I have to. I also think that there's going to be things that Xbox does that I don't agree with, and that's perfectly fine. You know, we're all entitled to our own opinions and thoughts on the products that we invest our time in. I really think that Microsoft is on to something with their idea. They have a different idea than Sony. And I think that we see Sony, particularly me, I see Sony as this big success this generation. And I'm like, man, why doesn't Microsoft do that? Microsoft has other ideas for success, and there's not really anybody saying that their idea isn't right as well. You know what I mean? Just because we look at, console sales as the be-all, end-all of everything doesn't mean that that's necessarily true. And I realize that this sounds like a load of hogwash just for the simple fact that we always judge success on sales. And I just think that we're in a different age now where it's not as important as one might think. What's up, everybody? Crapgamer here with Crapgamer Reviews, back with another video. Thank you guys for checking it out. I really do appreciate it. It means a lot to me. You know, it also means a lot to me if you hit that like and subscribe button and share it on some social media. Let's get the word out. Let's keep kicking ass this year. And, you know, there's going to be a lot of good stuff coming out. And I want to be there and share the news and have all the fun with you guys. So, Phil Spencer, and this is, you know what, I did something that I rarely do, is I actually was researching some Phil Spencer things, maybe topics that I didn't cover before during the videos that I was doing at the heyday of the Xbox quote-unquote Scorpio and things like that. But he had a really interesting quote. He said, I think if you get so focused just on hardware sales at this point, as gamers, we lose sight of what's going on around the console business. Console's important. I love the console space, but it's part of the gaming business. It's not total. So I just don't define success by any one individual version of our console and how many we sell. Are we growing the business? Are we growing the number of customers? And I think that that's really, really, you know, important to understand. And when you see that Sony is more interested lately in getting monthly users up and things like that, I think that it's incredibly important to remember that anybody can sell a bunch of consoles, and the Wii was a testament to that. But with that being said, can you sell a console and keep people invested on that console buying software? Because consoles aren't the most important thing, because Phil Spencer has also been on record as saying, you know, hey, you know, we could sell 100 million consoles, and if they're all in somebody's closet locked away, that's not doing anybody any good, because their favorite customer, their best customer, is the one that buys the Xbox One and then buys, you know, 100 pieces of software. You know, so I guess that makes me one of the better customers, because I bought all three and like over 500 pieces of software. So I do really think that that's important, and I do think that everything that Microsoft has been doing and Phil's been doing, while I don't agree with everything, you know, and I'm well on record with the Game Pass and Play Anywhere, like that stuff doesn't really bother me or affect me. Just not really a fan of it. But I do like that they are investing in first-party stuff, and to hear Phil's take on, hey, it doesn't necessarily have to sell 1 billion consoles to be successful. I like that, because I worry about Xbox from time to time. That's the only time that I really care about sales. You know what I mean? I do really think that, you know, Microsoft has to have some sort of success, and if their success metric is measured in monthly active users, then that's what they should go for, and that's what I want them to go for, and I want them to be happy with that number. And just kind of looking at some other Phil Spencer interviews and things like that, he makes a lot of good points when he talks about, you know, like the Xbox One X isn't for everybody. The Xbox One Elite controller isn't for everybody. He talks about it. He says, we built the Elite controller. We didn't try to say to everybody, hey, you need an Elite controller, go buy an Elite controller. Yet they sold a ton of those controllers, because we know in the gaming segment there's a lot of people who play games casually, but there's also a lot of people where gaming is their number one hobby, their number one form of entertainment, and we can give them the very best experience. So I like that idea going forward that Microsoft has, and they said that they're never going to be behind in the power department again, because they do have this hardcore fan base that doesn't want to fall behind in that power segment. And so I think they're on to something. I think that even though, you know, I did a little bit of research, and, you know, it's easy to step back and then kind of calmly assess the situation instead of jumping to conclusions. I have a tendency of being a little bit hot-headed sometimes when I, you know, wear my heart on my sleeve. So it's interesting. I like that Phil Spencer is taking it in a different kind of direction, maybe a more futuristic direction, even if I don't always agree with everything. So let me know what you guys think. Sound off, rate, comment, subscribe, rack 'em up. Crapgamer out.